Have you guys seen what's going on with modern Japanese booster boxes? What's up, guys? It's Weedle with Weedle's Warehouse. Welcome back. Today, we're going to take a look at modern Japanese booster boxes and find out how high they are spiking. That's right. Over the last 2 years, they have seen some pretty significant price growth. It's all happened relatively recently over the past few months, but today we're going to take a look at a snapshot in time that I took back on June 7th of 2021 and find out how much they have increased since that point in time. This was a snapshot I took from one of my suppliers in Japan. I have a spreadsheet of all the available sets, all the available booster boxes at the time, how many they had available, and the price of each box. So this was June 7th, 2021. We're going to take a look at the market prices as of today's date. Well, this was actually as of yesterday's date when I did the recording. And yeah, we're going to take a look back and find out how much each of these boxes has risen in price. This was right around when I started ordering from this particular supplier. I had taken this screenshot just to send to one of my buddies and be like, hey, I'm looking to get into the Japanese market. Take a look at these prices. Let me know what you think. Some of them are priced probably, I would say, pretty high for the time, and then there's others that, as you will see, were priced pretty low. But we're going to take a look starting in no particular order. We're going to go right into it. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of the methods that I used to come up with the market price for today's price. So market price is kind of a loose term. We don't really have a market price on any of these items, but in order to come up with a market price for the sake of this video, these are the methods that I used. We searched eBay sold listings with the same search phrase across every one of these booster boxes, and the search phrase that we used was Pokemon Japanese, insert the set name here, and then booster box, and only listings sold in the past 30 days were taken into consideration. We took an average of all these sold listings, and that is how we came up with the quote-unquote market price that we're going to be referring to. So we'll get right into it, starting off with some Sun and Moon era boxes with Miracle Twin. Back on June 7th, 2021, this was priced at $69, no coincidence, and these days we're looking at a little closer to 200. Pretty little nice spike in price there. Now again, this is just an average, so $198 was an average selling point. There were some that are selling for higher. Personally, I sold one for a little bit higher than that a couple weeks ago. So this is just an average. A lot of these prices are going to be a little bit lower than some of the high price points that you'll see in the recent eBay sold listings, but that's the point here. So it's not overinflated. This is really just an average price of what they're going for right now. So moving right along, another popular set is Dream League. This made up our Cosmic Eclipse, or part of it at least. Is a very, very popular set, as you can see. Even back then in 2021, this was going for $145 a box, which, I mean, at the time was pretty crazy. For some reason, I still picked up a box at around that price point, and I wasn't punished. Still going for pretty decent chunk of change at $335. That's the average sold listing, and I actually had this listed on my website that I sell. I do all my online retail sales from, www.weedleswarehouse.com. Shameless plug there. I had this listed for $250. Someone sniped this guy over the weekend. See if that shows up. Caught me sleeping. Congrats to whoever bought that. That'll happen often. I put it for what I think is overpriced, and then the Japanese market just takes off, and all of a sudden I'm caught with my pants down, and somebody gets a good deal. So congrats to whoever got that. We'll move right along into Sun and Moon Tag Bolt. So at the time, this was also pretty high, $140, but no matter, it's almost doubled in price. Well more than doubled in price at $392. Yeah, average sold listing. So just an insane amount of growth on some of these sets. I guess it's no surprise here. If you look at its counterpart in the English language, you're looking at Team Up that has just skyrocketed astronomically as well. So, I mean, yeah, you can draw correlations from the Japanese to the English, but at the end of the day, there really is no way to compare them directly. I mean, you can draw parallels. You can give reasons for as to why one set might be skyrocketing, but at the end of the day, we don't really know. Moving right along into Remix Bout. On June 7th, this was going for $72. Nowadays, looking at $156. So there's got a lot of the big guys in the hobby. I remember Sherlocker doing a video on how he bought a whole bunch of Remix Bout and kind of sat on it for a while and bought it for just a crazy low price. It was like $40 a box or something, which was very, I mean, at the time, as of June 21, like you could do that with maybe one or two boxes, but these days not so much. There's a couple boxes these days, maybe like Pokemon Go, maybe like Dark Phantasma. You could have picked up in November of 22 during that Black Friday. There's a lot of deals going on then, but haven't seen a whole lot of $40 boxes as of lately. So pretty high spike there with Remix Bout. Just an awesome artwork on that box. Why don't we get this awesome artwork on our boxes in the English language? Like, got the Kanto starters on the front, man. That is awesome. Going right into Sky Legends, still in the Sun and Moon era. Another awesome little bird trio box art there. As of June of 21, it was priced at $55. Now we're looking at $155. Double Blaze, Sun and Moon 10. Another awesome little Reshiram Zard action on the front of that box. June 21 was $75. Now we're looking at $141. Pretty decent spike there. Going into Champions Road, or Champion Road, however you want to translate it. A lot of these are loosely translated from the Japanese language. This made up a portion of our Champion's Path. It was priced at $69 as of June 21. Now we're looking at $159. Did you guys pick up any of these boxes at the low price? Let me know in the comments if you did. I'm curious to see which of you guys are good. You got the good spec game going on as far as Japanese products. Whoa, what happened here? Yeah, we'll keep it going with Forbidden Light. Yeah, as of June 21, $75. And yeah, this also has seen a pretty significant spike. So this one kind of took me by surprise. I can't think off the top of my head a whole lot of singles in that set that are going for really high. So I don't know what is making this box moon like it is. I mean, the art on the front is pretty cool, but $179. I mean, that's a big spike. Just yeah, since June of 2020. Yeah. Not really sure what else I can say about that. Going into Dragonstorm. So this one was priced already kind of high in June of 21. There was a lot of boxes that were priced relatively high at that point. I mean, if you think about it, that was like one of the biggest, like that June of 2021. That was a part of the Pokemon hobby, of the era of, what do you want to call it? Where prices were just already insane on the English side. So yeah, a lot of these boxes, I mean, if it was priced at $140, that was pretty common back then. So looking back on it and comparing it to other sets, you can say that it looks like it's priced high, but that was just the normal, that was just par for the course at the time. So not a whole lot of rise in that price since then. 184 is what we're looking at today as far as the average for the past 30 days. But yeah, something to take into consideration. So I mean, if you're looking to speculate on some of these boxes that are going for like around 140 now, just keep in mind, I mean, they're not going to all spike like the other ones. I mean, there's some that are not going to really take off. It's probably going to take a little bit more time. Again, we don't really know what goes into the factors that make it spike so high in price, but I mean, we can speculate, but at the end of the day, who knows? Going into Thunderclap Spark, looking at $69 as of June of 21, and now is 158 average sold listing. Wow, I did not think Thunderclap Spark would have spiked that much. That's pretty nutty. Into Fairy Rise. So this one has been dormant. This one hung around that $70, $69, $70 price for a long time. This is one, I mean, I looked at picking up a few boxes. I think I did pick up one or two, but not really a whole lot. It's just like there's nothing in this set that is really worth going after as far as singles. I mean, if you have some particular Pokemon in there that you're fond of, I mean, more power to you. But there's just not anything that draws me into that set and makes me want to open it as far as singles go. But it still does pretty well. This went from 70 to 120 in a matter of, I mean, almost 2 years. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Super Burst Impact. Now, this is one I would buy just to try and get singles inside. I'm a big Lugia fan. As of June 21, we're looking at 110 bucks for a box. And, yeah, it spiked a little bit. Not too crazy like some of the other boxes. Nowadays, we're looking at 183 average sold listings. I did pick up a few of these recently just because it's got my boy Lugia on the front. Awesome little artwork there. Right into Dark Order, so still part of the Sun and Moon era. $69 back in June 21. Now we're looking at $91. Yeah, not a big spike there. So not every Japanese boxes are skyrocketing. There's still some that, yeah, not too far from the price almost 2 years ago. So yeah, call it what you will. If you have some cards inside of Dark Order that you're looking at ripping from packs, you still got a decent chance to do that at $91. Going right into Night Unison. It's awesome artwork there with Zoroark and Greninja on the front. Just love that artwork, man. I really wanted, just like making this this video, there's some of these boxes I'd never tapped into that I kind of like, wow, why didn't I pick this up? That the box art's awesome. But yeah, June 21, it was 69 bucks. Now we're looking at 129 bucks. So yeah, gonna pay a pretty penny if you want to pick that one up these days, just for the box art like me. Full Metal Wall, another awesome little Lucario art there. Was that Melmetal in the background? June 21, we're looking at 69, 70 bucks. Nowadays, 145. Wow. Is there anything inside Full Metal Wall? I mean, yeah, there's some of those hyper rares, but 145. Wow. What is going on, y'all? So big banger of a set here, Tag Team GX, back in June of 21. It was already priced really high. I remember another PokeTuber saying that this was a good pickup at that price back then, and I did pick up 3 boxes, and it actually paid off. Shout out TBJ, thanks, bro. But yeah, at $200 a box, did not. Who would have thought that would have been a good investment at the time? And again, yeah, I don't really like to use that term investment. I don't see these as investments. I pick them up because I like them. I like the artwork. I like some of the singles inside of it. I don't really look at it as an investment. I have other traditional investments that I like to look at as investments. But as far as Pokemon, it's part of my collection. I like it. I like to look at it. I like to display it. And that's about it. So yeah, if you were to pick it up for 200 bucks in June of 21, you would be doing pretty good right now. Looking at an average sold listing of 347, and that is just an average. There are some higher than that. There are some, I mean, if you're buying directly from Japan, there were some that are going for like $450. So yeah, pretty crazy there. And then moving into the Sword and Shield era, we're starting off with S1W Sword. This was priced at $70 as of June of 21, and now we're looking at around 140, 138 region. Yeah, so there was another, its counterpart is Shield. I don't have that one listed. That wasn't even part of my suppliers list because that is such a hot product. They had that rookie Marnie card inside, and so that box has just been very expensive right from the beginning. So that wasn't even available for purchase as of June of 21 from my supplier, this particular one that we're looking at. Vmax Rising, this one caught me by surprise. Now, this was priced at $70 as of June of 21, and now we're looking at $285. So a couple, I mean, again, this is all speculation, but like, why is this box skyrocketed to $285? I mean, it is like the first appearance of Vmax cards or Vmax Pokemon. The box art is pretty awesome. There's some cool cards inside, nothing that's really worth, I mean, in my opinion, spending $285 or even like, I mean, $150 in opening just for the singles. So, I'm not really sure what's driven this price. Maybe there wasn't a whole lot of it printed. I don't really remember going all the way back to when it was printed. I don't remember the quantities that they were releasing. I wasn't really ordering a whole lot of Japanese product at the time. But yeah, that one took me by surprise. Try finding that for less than 250. Good luck. Vmax Rising. Explosive Flame Walker. So this one hasn't really done a whole lot. It hasn't really increased. Hasn't really moved a whole lot. 69 as of June 21, and now looking at it, $90. There weren't a whole lot of recently sold eBay listings, so there was like maybe 2 or 3. So I just wanted to include that in the data here. Matchless Fighters, looking at $80 as of June of 21, and now we're sitting right around 127. So pretty decent spike there. That one had a pretty decent print run from what I remember. This is when they announced in Japan that boxes were kind of becoming scarce, or the demand was really, really high, and everywhere was sold out of products. So I think this one, if I remember correctly, had a pretty high print run. There's a lot of English stores that had it that normally didn't carry Japanese that were selling this one. I think it was around $60 back then too, but $80 if I were to get it from my Japanese supplier. So it still has risen, taking a pretty good rise into 127 these days. Infinity Zone, we're looking at 70 back then and 95 these days, so not a whole lot of spike there. Infinity Zone, that's like one of the lesser known. I don't think a whole lot of people know about that. Yeah, not a whole lot to say. I'm trying to think of some of the singles that you could pull out of that, but there's not a whole lot. Legendary Heartbeat. Now this one does have quite a few awesome singles, some amazing rares. This was one of the sets that went into our Vivid Voltage. Love those amazing rares, especially in the Japanese. I mean, those cards are just amazing. No pun intended. But as of June 21, $66. Now we're looking at 116. So it's had a pretty good rise there. I think this one had a couple restocks as well, so could explain why it hasn't really skyrocketed like some of the others. This one did get a pretty hefty restock as well pretty recently. Astonishing Volt Tackle. This is the other Japanese set that went into our Vivid Voltage in the English language. As of June 21 was the $100. Now we're looking at 105. It did get a little bit higher, but like I said, there was a recent restock or reprint, whatever you want to call it, that took it back down. So now we're looking at 105. I think if I were to buy it today from my supplier, it's 110 per box. So I don't know. When I was going through this and looking at all the other prices, I was like, man, should I be buying Astonishing Volt Tackle? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I should be buying this. If I don't know. What are your thoughts on this set? Going right into Shiny Star V. This was a specialty set. So back then, as of June of 21, it was $100. Now we're looking at $143. This one seems some pretty significant increase just over the past 3 months or so, I would say. Had a couple, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 restocks, so there was plenty of this to go around. A lot of supply, but it is a specialty set. It has that shiny vault. I mean, this was just an absolute awesome set. Had those the shiny Charizard V, shiny Charizard V Max. So obviously people are going to go nuts over it. But yeah, I think it's sitting at average of 143 these days. If I were to buy it from my supplier, it's like 150. It's pretty good spike there. Going into Rapid Strike as of June 21 was $60. These days you're looking at a little closer towards 100, so it looks like it's had a pretty steady increase. And its counterpart, Single Strike Master, $60. These days you're looking at 103. And then Jet Black Poltergeist. I believe this made up part of our Chilling Rain set, so this had a price of $60 back in 2021. Now we're looking at $87 these days. Yeah, so not a big price. There's a couple of these sets that just don't really have a huge spike like the others. Pretty interesting to see. I don't know if I should consider that an opportunity, but it just goes back to whether or not do I find it an awesome set that I want to collect? Do I want to pick it up? This one's more of a mid set for me. I'll probably pass on it, but I don't know. It might not be the same for you if you're a Shadow Rider Calyrex fan, Ice Rider Calyrex fan. I don't know, maybe it's worth picking up for yourself. But Ice Rider would be this set. It's Silver Lance. Ice Rider Calyrex, more of a Pokemon found in this set. You're looking at $60 for the price back then, and $84 these days. Still a relatively new release. Relatively, I mean, it made up our Chilling Rain English sets, so yeah, it's starting to get a little dated. Right into Eevee Heroes. This was $95 as of June of 2021, and yeah, this is a banger of a set. As you guys already know, $338 was the average that I came up with. There are so many sold listings on this set. Still in the last 30 days in March, just look at the eBay sold listings. It's pages. This is a ridiculous set. I can't believe it's still going. I mean, still selling for like 330s, 350s. You'll see some of these listings, but that's the way it is. I mean, it's an incredible set, and yeah, that's just how these Japanese boxes are going these days. Not sure all the factors that are going into it, but just wanted to give you guys some data there. Do with it what you will. Take a look at it, and maybe you have some of these boxes you didn't really know about the prices on. You got some stored away. They might be worth unloading now, or maybe you just want to keep hanging on to them. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That's just a synopsis of the prices I wanted to give you guys, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. This is just a link to my socials. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, make sure to give me a follow. If you want to check out some graded cards, my eBay store, Weedle's Warehouse. If you have any questions, you want to get in touch with me, you could always hit me up, weedleswarehouse@gmail.com. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.